Louisiana Beer Reviews Uniboue Blanche de Chambly, the Chambly White. Bottle re-fermented ale brewed with coriander and orange peel. Now, apparently this was introduced in 2001. I can't be sure about that, but I think I am pretty accurate on that. Belgian-style wheat ale. 6 years after the introduction of Blue Moon, Belgian-style wheat ale. But Blue Moon is not bottle re-fermented, okay? It's just a mass-produced Belgian-style wheat ale with the orange peel and coriander. But a lot of people, a lot of beer companies have adopted that style for their portfolio. Got a good Best By date. Very good, over a year remaining on it, over a year. 10 bitterness units, so very low bitterness. If you don't like bitter beers, this could be one. This could be one for you. We did do a review about 2 years ago, and then I realized I had never done a solo review of it, which I found strange, but I haven't. 5% alcohol, so I think Blue Moon has higher alcohol than that. What is it, 5.2? 5.4, yeah, that's right, 5.4. So this is going to be a pretty low alcohol. Shock Top is what? I can't remember. Okay, Shock Top got recently purchased by an independent company. They purchased it from Anheuser-Busch, the Shock Top rights. Well, it may as well buy it because Anheuser-Busch hadn't been doing much with Shock Top lately. They did put out the Twisted Pretzel, I think last Christmas season, but they weren't giving it much attention, so maybe the new company will do something with it. We'll see. This is theoretically a twist cap, but they got it so tight on the bottles I can never open them by hand. So Uniboue, founded back in the 1990s. All right. Crackling white head. Not even off-white, I don't think, just white. I don't know about stark white. It's a hazy appearance, very bubbly. I think there's going to be a lot of sediment down in there. So let's check it out. Rate beer. Oh, let's see. Beer Advocate gives it a good score. They say it's good, like a B. Rate beer, and they're having login problems again. Can't log in. Won't be able to write it. I'm about to stop even looking at rate beer because they've had these login problems cropping up for years, and they keep admitting it like, oh, well, you could use a back door to get in, try this step, and then these 12, 18 steps, and it's like, y'all need to shut it down if you can't get your site correct. They're giving it 63 out of 100, so they're saying it's bad, but in the style it's a 93, meaning they don't like the style, white wit beers, Belgian style white ales. Untapped giving it a 73 out of 100. That's good for Untapped. Similar to Rate Beer Advocate saying it's good, B, like a good beer. Okay, so let's check it out. I bought this in the variety pack, $15.99 for 6 different varieties. 12-ounce bottles, get the full 12 ounces. Yeah, spicy white bread. I think I've always said that about this. This style in general, and this specifically, the couple of times I've had it before. Yeah, it's kind of a simple aroma. Is it that different from Blue Moon? I would say it's not that different from Blue Moon in aroma or appearance, but probably it's going to be an elevated flavor above Blue Moon. Certainly an elevated price. Yeah, it's a lot more authentic Belgian spice bread, spice grains from the yeast. Get a little bubble gum, maybe banana like people say. Mellow or very minimal orange, mellow and minimal, but it's there, orange peel. Coriander is like giving it that spice, helping give it that spice, and the yeast. Medium body, crisp, dry finish. Bitterness, like they're saying, 10 IBUs, so not even 1 out of 5 hop cones, less than 1 out of 5 hop cones. Sweetness, 3 out of 5 sugar cubes, so it's a fairly sweet beer. Oh, there's an amazing. Now they were showing a stem glass on the website, different from what I've got. You know, a taller flute, but sort of similar to this glass. I was looking for one to try to match what they were showing on the website. Couldn't. I don't have one quite like that, but same general principle, I suppose. So it's going to be super cloudy once I do the swish and pour, but this is not a very big glass. Oh, it's just, think about brown sludge at the bottom. Some people don't like to pour that in, others do. It's live yeast, it won't hurt you, but could be probiotic for some people if you get my drift. I have these wheat crackers with Country Castle Limburger cheese from Wisconsin and some organic habanero hot sauce. I think a Doppelbock might pair better with this, but so what I have at the moment is very aromatic, or some people might say odoriferous. It's got a strong odor. I think once you get used to Limburger, you really like it. It's creamy. The main flavor is just cheese. Maybe stronger than average cheese flavor, yeah. If you're used to American cheese slices, yeah, could take a bit of adjustment. But I'm used to it now, so the taste does not throw me off or disorient me or anything. And I don't know if this would go well with Gorgonzola. Sound like the waste management people. Give it a last sip. I watch some video reviews and people say I'm going to take another drink. I'm not trying to make fun of these people at all. I'm saying I never heard that expression until I started watching YouTube videos in 2010. The only thing I ever heard people say, and I'm in Louisiana, is I'm going to take another sip. Or, here, take a sip of this. Or they might say, did you try it yet or did you sip it yet? But honestly, I just never heard that idiom, I'm going to take another drink. Around here, you only say, I'm going to have a drink, or I'll order a drink, or pour me a drink. Or they might say, have you ever tried that drink? Or let's drink it. But no one says, I'm going to take a drink, for I'm going to take a sip. It's just not said. I just found that unusual. But just right up the river here, there's a town, Reserve, Louisiana, where they made I never heard that expression until I went to middle school, when we started going to interacting with children from Reserve. And they would say, oh, I went by your house, or I'm going to come by your house. And it struck me as so strange, you know. I said, what do you mean come by my house? I thought they meant pass by it. But what they meant, they were going to come to your house and visit you. Or I went by your house, you weren't home. So that's just town to town, different dialect or idiosyncratic speech. Because I never heard that growing up. I'm going to come by your house. I just think they were using the wrong preposition. They meant to, coming to your house, but they were saying by. Okay, you get it. All right, so we can learn a lot about language by watching YouTube. No, I mean. Like in England, I hear a lot of beer reviewers say bog standard. This lager is bog standard. That's an expression that has no meaning in the United States. Now you could clearly see how lively that yeast was. I poured it in after swishing pour, and it was erupting like a volcano. And that's what that live yeast will do. And that's why some of these big bottles will have a cork and cage. They have the metal cage to hold it down, because if it builds up pressure by fermenting in the bottle, it can blow the cap off. So, and my friend David says that's the reason. He's probably right, because he's got more experience with beer drinking than I do over the years. But he said the reason Abita abandoned their twist caps about 10 years ago is that they had trouble with the caps popping off, slowly working their way loose, popping off, which is telling me they must have been using live yeast 10 years ago. I don't know. Well, no, some kind of problem. Anyway, yeah, so it's really opaque now. So score a 63 out of 100 is an outrage. It's obviously much better than that. Beer Advocate saying 87. That's more reasonable. If you said it's just good, a B, and not an excellent product, I could go along with that. But I do think it's excellent. I think it is an excellent product. And it's not like the most bountifully flavorful thing I've ever had. It doesn't really stand out against other Belgian wit beers or Belgian style wit beers. It's just in the mix, but still it's excellent. I'm going to go 90 out of 100. Maybe that's too low, but 9 out of 10. An excellent product to an extent, an excellent product, and I would recommend it. I wouldn't pay a whole lot for it, but I'd recommend it. So, laissez-les, bon temps relais. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Quebec Province, Canada. And take a brewery tour.